What's up everybody, welcome back to a new video, and in today's video we're going to be covering the topic of contingency to sale. Let's get into it right now. Hey guys, if this is your first time on the channel, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Raymond and I am a real estate broker and realtor here in Metro Atlanta. I work with buyers and sellers that are looking to relocate to the area, as well as buyers and sellers that are already here in Metro Atlanta. So if you are interested in working with me, all of my contact information is on the screen and can always be found in the video description below. Also, please scroll down to look for the Zoom link to schedule a consultation with me. So you can schedule that pretty easily. We can jump on a consultation to learn more about what you're looking to do. I do not work with anyone without a prior consultation. So that will definitely be the way to get started. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back to the channel. And if you are a subscriber, thank you so much for joining the family. And if you have not hit that subscribe button as of yet, but you always watching my videos, please hit the subscribe button. It really helps the channel continue growing. And it also notifies you when I post more content. I have a lot of videos here. So if you want to stay up to date and be notified when the video posts versus getting all of the older videos, subscribing is going to help you stay notified immediately upon post. Okay. Also, all of my contact information is behind me too. So at any point, feel free to shoot me a text, shoot me a call, or shoot me an email. All right. Now let's go ahead and jump into this video talking about the contingency to sale. How does it work in the state of Georgia? Who should use it, and how the sellers are going to look at your offer. That's what we're going to talk about right now. So first things first, so who needs to use a contingency to sell? Well, it's going to be used by individuals that need to sell their home in order to qualify for financing to purchase a new home. So if you are already here or you're relocating, it does not matter in that respect. It's all about, do you need to sell a home, your current home, before you can qualify to purchase a new one? That is wrapped around your debt to income ratio, because essentially that means that you cannot sufficiently afford to carry both mortgages, okay? Or you may just want to sell your other house, okay? So contingency to sell is not 100% always about the loan or your ability to purchase without selling. It could just be a personal preference as well, all right? Or you have certain investments that you want to do, etc., right? So those are the reasons. So number one reason is the lender tells you that you have to sell your home in order to qualify. Two, it's a personal decision to sell your home for purposes of, pulling out your equity, moving into another type of investment structure, or essentially wanting to get your money out, okay, of the home for, liquidity purposes of putting that money into your savings account, okay? So those are the reasons why you would want to use a contingency to sell. Now, again, it should go without saying, but you need to own a home first, okay? If you don't have a home to sell, then you do not need to use a contingency to sell because you don't have a house to sell. I know, but I just want to make sure I'm doing it right, all right? So if you do not own a home currently right now, this video may not serve you very well, unless you are a seller trying to learn how to look at a contingency to sell. All right, so the next item on the list is, what is a contingency to sell? What does it mean? How does it work, right? So number one thing, a contingency to sell is a period of protection, okay? It's a period of time that your earnest money is protected and your ability to terminate is protected, okay? So if in the event that you do not sell your current home, okay, you can terminate the contract on the new home without penalty, and you will receive your earnest money back, okay? So the word contingency essentially is a protected period of time, and then to sell is what that contingency, what that period of protection is applying to, okay? So contingency, period of time, protected period of time to sell your current home, okay? So that is how, or that is what a contingency is. It is a period of time that your earnest money is protected and your right to terminate is protected without penalty, okay? So when would you want to use that? If you are under contract with the contingency to sell and your current home, for whatever reason, does not close, right? So say for instance that the buyer loses their job and you're still within that window of protection, all right, that's going to be a timeline, like days, right? So if you're still in that window of protection, then you can go to your the house that you're buying. You can go to the sellers and say, hey, my house did not close, therefore I am no longer able to purchase your house. I need to terminate our contract. Okay. And as long as you're within that window of protection period, you will be able to terminate without penalty. You'll get your earnest money back, and then you'll be able to basically do it over again with another buyer. Okay. Now that's going to bring up our next thing. How does sellers interpret or weigh your offer with a contingency to sell, and why it is important to understand what goes in depth or what goes in their mind in weighing those options. It's very important that you understand what the seller is going through in evaluating your offers to have the right expectation as to should you use a contingency to sell, especially if it's optional or not. Okay, so let's talk about how the sellers actually view your contingency. So essentially, you should look from the buyer's perspective. You should know that your offer is going to be less attractive with the contingency to sell. Okay, from the seller's point of view, it is less attractive because you have that window of protection that says if your house does not close, then you can terminate their contract, which is gonna negatively impact them from being able to sell their home. So that's the baseline. Okay, you go in at a disadvantage. Now, how does it stack up against other offers? Just like I said before, it's a disadvantage. Therefore, if a seller receives an offer without a contingency to sell, more than likely that offer is going to have, just at baseline, better attention. Sellers are going to gravitate towards it more. Now, that does not mean that they're going to go with the offer without the contingency to sell, because there are more factors that make up an offer, more than just the contingency to sell. Okay. And my clients understand what those differences are. So if you want to know what those differences are, definitely reach out to me and hire me as your realtor, because I do a lot of educating my clients through the process. I want you to be able to be an advocate for yourself and understand where you are in your process at all times, and understand how your decisions are going to be interpreted, and how that's going to change your ability to negotiate. Okay. So if there are two offers on the table, one without a contingency to sell and one with the contingency to sell, naturally the seller is going to gravitate towards the one without the contingency to sell. Okay. Now, with the right realtor, you still can win with the contingency to sell. I do it every day, all day. Okay. But just know that it is a disadvantage. And so you having to use that contingency to sell, your realtor is going to want to, I don't want to give too much away because I know other realtors are watching my videos. So I don't want my strategies and how I win and how I am able to do certain things to be just, given to the masses. But no, I don't mind helping agents and growing. But if you are an agent watching my video in Metro Atlanta, I am growing my team. So feel free to reach out to me. But essentially, the takeaway should be it comes as a disadvantage. So use it sparingly. Make sure you have the right realtor that has experience in contingencies to sell, being able to articulate it. There are some prerequisites that are required before you should start to think about using a contingency to sell. If you want to know more about those, feel free to reach out to me. If you are not working with a realtor and you would like to hire me as a realtor, I would love to talk you through what that process looks like, okay? Thank you so much for watching the video. And again, you can reach out to me. All of my contact information is on the screen. Feel free to reach out to me if you have a buy-in or selling need here in Metro Atlanta. Feel free to reach out to me. Also, hit the like button if you got value from today's video. Also, drop a comment below if you have more questions about contingencies to sell. I'll do my best to answer those as soon as you put them up. Let's have that conversation. Let's keep the momentum going here on the channel. Thank all of y'all for watching, and continue to come and get the information that you need to be successful. Also, get the entertainment of seeing beautiful homes, okay? So keep the channel on top of your mind and hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.